Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to your August 2015 Tarotscope for August. Just want to say thanks to everyone for all the subscribes on this channel. As I've been recording these videos, this channel has hit the 1,000 subscriber mark, so I just want to say thank you to all of you for that. It wouldn't be possible without all of you. It's thanks to all of you. So again, I really want to tell you my appreciation for that, and thank you for watching, and thank you for all the subscribes. I also wanted to tell you guys about something that I'm working on, kind of excited about. It's a course for the Daily Ohm, and it's called Learn the Major Arcana in 22 Days. It's a course about learning the tarot. So I'm excited about that. I just wanted to tell you about that. So this is the 2015 August Tarotscope for Aquarius. I'm going to give these one more shuffle here. And some of you have been expressing interest in this deck. Let me do one more here. Okay. Some of you have been expressing interest in this deck. This is the Morgan Greer deck. I really love the imagery of it. I love the vibrant colors of it. I just really like this deck, and it seems like a number of you are enjoying it as well. So I'm putting links to this deck below in the description in case any of you are interested in learning more about it, or if you wanted to get a copy for yourself. I think it's available out on the net. I have a fun story about how I got this deck, but I will save that for another time. Okay, so Aquarius. For the first part of the month, we have Emperor showing up for you. Emperor is a card about laws and rules and regulations and order and just structure on things. So there may be a way in which structure, order, laws, you may be really absorbed in structure, laws, and things in the nature of order and regulation. It also might just mean that you're really organized right now. You're really organized at work, or you're the king of your kingdom, or someone in an authoritative role is appearing for you in your life. Emperor usually has to do with, again, laws, orders. Sometimes it can be inflexibility. Sometimes it can be someone who thinks they're infallible. It's usually the head of a kingdom, an authoritative figure, and he's the head of a system of laws and order and regulations. He's the top of the hierarchy. So Emperor is appearing for you. We also have Ace of Swords in reverse. So Ace of Swords is truth, victory, clarity in its upright position. Because it is, I'm going to say also that swords are the mental element, and this is the mental element wearing a crown. So it's like, you know, the truth coming out of the skies, seeing things in an absolutely clear way. Because it's in its reverse position here, this is a lack of clarity, or the lack of the truth coming to the surface. So there's some way in which you are unclear on something, or the truth is not coming to the surface on something. I might say it may have something to do with Emperor because it's next to it, or this Emperor is looking away from this, so there may be a way in which the leader of the group is not seeing his own lack of clarity on something. This card, it could also have to do with this Two of Coins. Two of Coins in its upright position means adaptability, flexibility, you know, being able to juggle multiple things at once, being able to juggle multiple projects. Coins show the physical element or money, so you might be juggling money, the ability to juggle money back and forth, or sometimes it can be joint finances, a collaboration on the physical realm. In the Rider-Waite, he's standing on one leg. So what that cannot mean is having wonderful poise and balance, but because it's in the reverse position here, what I'm going to read this as is feeling unbalanced, feeling, the low side of this card is feeling like you have too many irons in the fire and you can't keep up, or feeling like everything's unsteady, unbalanced. In the Rider-Waite 2, this card has a lot of waves going up and down, and he's standing on one foot and he's juggling things. So it can mean feeling like you have too many projects going on, especially in terms of physical things like money or the physical realm projects. So I'm going to say there's a little instability here, because it does tie in with this Ace of Swords in reverse, where there is some unclarity, and then the instability, or feeling unstable, unbalanced. So these two kind of go together. They're saying that maybe because of your lack of clarity, because of this being in the reverse position, this Ace of Swords, that you're feeling unstable and unbalanced. And it could be in relation to not knowing which way this leader is going. This leader is looking away from those cards. So it may be not having clarity and feeling unstable because you're following this leader, or this leader is looking in a different direction. What it does tell me is that Hermit wants to get down to the bottom of the truth of the matter. So even though truth and clarity may not be there for you right now, you want to get to it, and you have the discipline that is willing to actually strip everything away and look solidly at the truth. So even though you may be feeling unstable, unbalanced, like you have too many things going on in the air, and that you're not having a great deal of clarity or triumph or victory, that you are willing to have the discipline to do what it takes to find out what the truth is, and find your own illumination, and find, your own light to the path, if you will. So that's what's happening for you in the first part of the month for August, Aquarius. Then in the middle of the month, you've got Six of Swords, you've got Eight of Cups in reverse, Judgment, which is a major arcana card, and Strength in reverse, which is also another major arcana card. So towards the in the middle of the month, towards the later part of it, you've got some major arcana energy happening. I'm going to talk more about that in a moment, but I'm going to address these cards first. Six of Swords is a card about recovery from something. It's a card about, it depicts someone who is shuttling someone else, like someone who has been in hardship or in struggle, and this person ferries them from choppy, difficult waters into smoother seas. So this can be a card about recovery. This can be a card about journeys or travel. It's going from one place to another, and often it means leaving behind what's been difficult, or being rescued from a situation that is challenging into a new horizon, smoother seas. So I often say that you may relate to the person who's rescuing someone else, or you may relate to the person who's being rescued, or maybe both. You may be rescuing yourself, or helping yourself recover, or taking yourself to a new place. So that's what Six of Swords is about. And also, because it's a sword's mental energy, it could be thinking about things in a new way also. Sometimes that makes things easier for us. Eight of Cups in reverse. What Eight of Cups talks about is, Eight of Cups is something that you've put a lot of TLC into, you've put time and energy into it, you've built something over time that your heart has been invested in, but yet you're feeling weary about it and you're willing to walk away. You're feeling like it's time to leave this thing that I've put a lot of time and effort and energy into. It's feeling like weary, it's feeling like I don't know if I want to continue building upon this. I feel like I'm done with it. I feel like it's complete. However, because it is in the reverse position, what it's telling me is that that energy is present, but that it's in suppression. You kind of want to walk away, but you're not allowing that to happen, or you're feeling ready to leave behind this thing that you've put a lot of energy into, but you're not actually taking those steps away from it. So this energy of feeling weary, wanting to go on to a new journey, feeling like you want to leave the old thing behind is very present, but because it's in reverse, it's not coming to the surface. It's being held back. And this Eight of Cups can relate to anything that you've put a lot of time and effort into. It could be a job, it could be a home, it could be a relationship. It's just something where you've been giving a lot of your heart to. So that's what's happening there. Also in the middle of the month, but later on, you've got Judgment, which interestingly correlates to this card, is that this card talks about leaving the ghosts of the past behind. So, and this is a new triumphant renewal by fire. So this has a lot of Scorpio energy to it for me. You know, it shows death and then it shows rebirth. So this is a rebirth card. You may be ready for a rebirth. That works with the energy of this card also. And it also is a card of forgiveness. So there may be a way in which you're ready to forgive yourself or forgive others. There's a lot of self-acceptance depicted in this card with, you know, these images come up as gray where these souls are being renewed. It's kind of like the casting off of old sins, or it's the letting go of what I call old ghosts or old habits, old things that have held you back. You know, if you have regrets or if you have feelings of unworthiness or things that you've done in the past, habits that you want to cast off of you, this is a great card about that. Or if it's even like a grudge that you've been holding against someone that you want to get rid of that. Judgment is a card of, you know, judgment and forgiveness. So it's a card of rebirth, and that's happening a lot for you. It's you know, it's got this sort of almost volcanic energy to me where it's the fires coming up and renewing everything. I think of a volcano coming, the lava comes up from the depths and then it scorches everything, but it creates new fertile soil for new things to happen. So that's what's going on for you. However, Strength is in reverse. Now, Strength is another card. Strength is an interesting card because Strength is a card about soft control. It's as opposed to like Chariot, which is about hard control. Chariot is about ego, self-assertion, you know, domination of the mind. Strength is a much softer card, but it is actually the stronger card. It's the embodiment of strength. And strength shows up in patience and endurance and softness. She's not forcing the jaws of the lion's mouth open. She is holding them and easing them and softly opening them. That's why she's able to tame the lion, is because she has this sort of underlying strength. It's true strength. It's almost sublimation of the ego. It's the strength that endures below that. And because this is in reverse, what it's telling me is that you may not be accessing your own strength. You may not be trusting in your own strength. And you may be doubting your own strength. Or there may be some fear having to do with, do I have enough strength? I'm seeing this as coupled in with this Judgment card, is that you may be very ready for a rebirth of sorts. Ready to let go of the past, ready to forgive, ready to let go of grudges, ready to let go of old habits, ready to let go of anything that you may be holding against yourself. But you have a fear that you're not strong enough to do so. You have doubts, or that you may be trying to control things in a hard way, and that this soft way is being blocked or suppressed. So trust your own strength. Trust in soft control. Don't have doubts about it. This card is showing up for you. It's just showing up in reverse because there may be doubt or fear, or you may be not allowing your own strength to shine through. So that's the middle of the month for you, Aquarius. And then towards the end of the month, we have Magician in reverse. We have Eight of Coins in reverse. Six of Wands in reverse. And then Queen of Pence in reverse. This is interesting. These are some of the cards that were echoed also in Capricorn for August. So I'm going to say that you may have some similar overlap with Capricorn for this month, you may want to watch their video, but these are similar cards. So Magician, in its upright position, what Magician means is creativity. He is a card of power and consciousness. He uses his mind to create the world around him. He has a balance of all the elements: the sword, the cup, the staff, and the coin. So the material world represented by the coin, the emotional world represented by the cup, the mental world represented by the sword, and the spiritual or fire or energetic world by that flowering wand there. So he has a balance of all the elements, and through that balance, he's able to take what is in the etheric realm and bring it down to the physical realm. So he's able to say, literally, like, abracadabra, I say, I make it so. This is a card of applying one's consciousness and one's will to create what you want around you. So he's able to adapt his environment and make things happen in his environment by his creative consciousness, creative force, creative power. Magician is an incredibly powerful card. It's the first card of the major arcana, Fool being 0, so this is the first numbered card. This is the I am card. This is the I will it to be so, therefore I create it and make it happen. It's got a lot of magic to it. Creative power. And you can see this infinity symbol both above his head and in the tie of his cloak. So it's like unlimited power, unlimited access to the infinite possibility that he's bringing down to earth. If you look at Fool, which is just infinite chaos, void, trust in the universe, all things are possible, unformed matter, the next step is Magician says, I take that matter and I bring it into form. So very, very powerful card. The fact that it's in reverse tells me you're not accessing your own power. It really echoes strength in reverse. You can see actually the colors in these cards are very similar. Here's someone who's crowned with infinite access, and here's someone who's crowned with like the flowers of peace. Those being both in reverse, this is telling me that because you're not accessing or trusting in or believing in your own power, you may have doubts or fears about it, you are blocking your own powers of creation, powers of influencing your environment. So I'm just going to point out that this is available to you. You can be magician. You have all the faculties. You have all the knowledge. You have all the emotional control. You have the mental faculties. You have the energy for it. You have the resources. You just need to believe in it. Like, I guess this card is saying believe in magic. Believe in your own magic. That's the only thing that's blocking it there. These next cards also are in reverse. This is 8 of Coins. In its upright position, speaks to the rewards that you receive for consistent effort over time. So traditionally, this is the worker, the craftsman, the artisan card, where he's working at his craft diligently over time. I call it the worker bee card sometimes. And then he's able to display all of his, accomplishments, all of his wares, all of the things that he's put into work. It shows on his wall. Because this is in reverse, it's telling me that you may be tired of doing this, or you may be, the rewards of your work are not being allowed to come to the surface. You've been putting in a lot of diligent effort over time, and you're not seeing the rewards of it, or that, you may have been, because it's in reverse, you may have not been putting in the required effort to get that return. It could either be like too much or not enough. Basically, in the upright position, it's like I'm working at things and I'm seeing results. When it's in reverse, it's either saying I've been working hard at things and I'm not seeing results, or I haven't been working at things and therefore I'm not seeing results. Or that you've been working and the results are not coming because they're being delayed or suppressed. So that's 8 of Coins in reverse. 6 of Wands in reverse. 6 of Wands upright means success, victory, triumph. It's kind of similar to this card. This card is mental clarity and mental success is the truth. So that way, it's that way victory is success by aligning yourself with the truth. This one has to do with, the hero or the rescuer coming riding in on the white horse. He's sort of like the guy, the man. Here's a crown of laurels, which is a traditional symbol of success or victory. And so it's like saying, someone who's high on their horse, but in reverse, they're getting knocked down off of that horse. So there may be a way in which you're experiencing being knocked down off of your high horse, or that it could be that success and triumph is being delayed, or that's under the surface, but it's being suppressed. Those are all interpretations of Six of Wands in reverse. And then lastly, there's a way in which a Queen of Coins is involved in all of this. Queen of Coins is usually someone who could be someone of the earth signs. So it could be Taurus, it could be Capricorn, it could be Virgo. Queen of Coins often is someone who holds the purse strings. She's in charge of the money. So there's a way in which she is involved in these being upside down or in reverse. There's a way in which she's not managing the money correctly, or she is saying, we don't have the budget for that, or it's not within my values. I don't want to engage in that because I don't want to participate, or she's observing that this person's getting knocked off their high horse and that there's, effort going to waste here. So if there's some way in which an earth sign is blocking you, or if there's some way in which Queen of Coins is also usually like a very down-to-earth, practical person. She usually doesn't have a lot of fanfare to her. She's usually very trustworthy. So there may be a way in which you're not seeing eye to eye with a Queen of Coins person, or that, Queen of Coins person may be involved with you doubting your own strength, doubting your own success, or you may be saying, if I'm in the role of a Queen of Coins, maybe I'm not seeing results from my effort of work. I'm not trusting in my own power. I'm not seeing myself as successful or victorious. I feel like an upside down Queen of Coins. So see if that lends any insights to you for August, Aquarius. And I just want to thank you for watching. I want to thank you for all the subscribes. And if you have any interest in commenting, I love to see your feedback in the comments. I love to reply to those. And again, I just want to thank everyone for watching.